Let's see. I'm checking the channel health. Let's make sure everything is going just fine. What's up, everybody? What is going on today? Yeah, I'm listening to a little bit of music. I gotta wake up a little bit, guys. Gotta wake up a little bit. Ooh, look at this market, right? Ugh. I also apparently need more coffee. I need to get some more coffee in a little bit too. How am I gonna do the stream without coffee, guys? All right, let me go ahead and cut off this music real quickie. Let's cut off this music real quickly, guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Tank. Today is the 19th of January, 2022. In this video, we're going to sit and talk about what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem. We're going to go on over a bunch of different things that are actually happening right now in the Cosmos ecosystem. We're going to talk about how the market is currently doing. I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents about all of that and why I think the market is doing what it's doing. I'm also going to give you guys some, I don't want to say alpha because you guys could have learned this on your own without me letting you guys know. But if you guys don't know, I'm going to give you guys some updates about what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem as far as some airdrops that are happening, some developments within some of the dexes that are in the Cosmos ecosystem. I'm going to give you guys all of that. But before I do, if you guys would do me a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel. I am trying to grow here. Every once in a while, I will do these live streams. And when you guys that do subscribe, more and more people do get exposed and possibly can see these live streams. So again, it's very beneficial for me. I'm not going to lie. I would wholeheartedly appreciate your guys' support in helping me grow. But if you guys already don't know, let me tell you right now, when you do subscribe, you could possibly win yourself a 50-inch flat screen TV and or MSI 2060 GPU once we hit 1,000 subscribers. Doesn't matter where you are in the world. Guys, I've been mining Ethereum for some time. Rather than resell them back on the market when ETH 2.0 takes hold of everything, which is probably, hopefully, going to be happening here more sooner than not. Even if it doesn't, it's becoming less and less profitable to be mining ETH. So rather than resell those back on the market, I'd rather give them back to people who've been helping me grow here on YouTube. So again, guys, just something to look forward to, just something for me to give back to everybody that's helping me grow. So do me a favor, do yourself a favor, do everybody a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. First and foremost, guys, let's go ahead and just cover what we're seeing right now in the charts. We're looking at Atom on the daily time frame. I'm still using Market Cipher as my primary oscillator and indicator tool of choice. As you guys can see right here, I have this upward trend line that I've been charting for some time now. It's the bigger trend line to the upside. I could probably adjust it just a little bit to be a little bit more accurate here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. If I zoom in, I just want it to be like dead on. So it's actually right around here. That is the support line to the upside. So I have my one touch here where I basically just split hairs on the initial virus dump that we had. The reason why I didn't take this long wick right there is because that's not actually a good representative or good representation of true market, how the market was actually moving. It's not a good representation of how the market actually was moving. As you can see, when we had that big dump, the market responded with a lot of buying happening right around there. So as we did dip down there, yes, every wick does matter. I just split the hairs and use that and that one right there as the average, because that is the average, in my opinion, of what that overall dump did, even though there's some people that got wrecked and liquidated because of that wick. The true movement actually happened between the two. So I took the average, and that's what I did right there. And now what I'm doing is I'm just looking for a second touch, because that's when I start my trend lines. And of course, these trend lines are ever moving, so I do make adjustments as we have been moving to the upside. And as you guys can see, I had a touch here originally. That's where, actually, to be honest with you, I had a touch right here. My original trend line looked more like that back here. So I had that touch. I project out after a second touch. We have price action, staying away from it. And then we wick down to it. And then, of course, once we busted out of that, because with every dump, there's a pump, I just moved my trend line kind of like that and projected out. And then we blasted off away from it, came back down, and it held up quite well. I mean, it did wick through it just a little bit, but it held up quite well. And you can see it got tested twice right here. So it came down, bounced off it again, and then left it once more after touching that trend line. So right now, this trend line, in my opinion, is a very, very strong trend line to the upside for the Atom chart. I'm still keeping it on my my chart long term, because it's not been invalidated yet, guys. I think this is a really, really good, strong trend line to chart if you're a long-term holder of ATOM going forward. If you guys want to just watch that support line in your own charts, that's what I would do right there. Just take a trend line, plot it from that initial dump that we had back in March of 2020. Just go ahead and make sure that it touches this price action right here on December 25th, basically this Christmas on 2020, and then make sure you can actually make a little bit of adjustment and kind of like let it represent actual price movement by just getting down to that wick, that nitty-gritty line right there. Either way, it still holds up quite well. Again, if you guys are moving your trend lines, they don't necessarily have to touch every single time for those trend lines to hold up. In fact, ideally, you don't want them to actually touch. You just want them to come down there, validate it, and then push away from that trend line, right? Kind of like it's done so many times in the past. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and so far that has been a pretty good level of support. So I'm keeping my trend line. I think that's what we should be looking at long term. Everything in between that is just noise. If you project it out long enough, you should see that with price action being where it is right now, we could technically come back down here on the charts. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but we could technically, if everything turns sour for us, it goes south for us, guys, we could technically come all the way down to this trend line and still overall long-term be in a still really good position, climbing to the upside slowly but surely with the whole ATOM ecosystem, or with the whole Cosmos ecosystem. I swear I always get... Even me, as much as I talk about ATOM and Cosmos, I just wish we would just name it one thing, but I know, I get it. We're not going to. ATOM, Cosmos, one and the same. But the ecosystem, all in all, is still in an upwards trend is what I'm trying to say. And even if we come all the way down there, just say we get dumped on and it sucks. It's just, everybody's like, oh, God, this sucks. We could come all the way down to $20, basically $19.60 to $20, which would be right around this trend line and still be A-okay long-term, guys. All we're doing is bouncing off it so far. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And again, guys, eventually with every pump, there will be a dump. So if we come all the way down, not saying that we will, but if we do, look for this to be a good level of support long term before catching some more support and rallying to the upside. Now, what I think in the short term is something totally different than the long term. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about right here. Excuse me. This is this right here on the short term. Let me go and zoom in a little bit more. I got to actually tweet out that I'm live as well to the Cosmos community. Got to do that, guys. I got to tweet it out. That would have been a lot easier. Short term, from our most recent dump that we had, you can see that we came all the way down here to right around $20. And then we started making that move to the upside. For a while, we actually used this trend line to the upside as a good level of support. As you guys can see here, the wicks have come down once, twice, 3 times. So again, 3 times being a really good trend line to the upside, or a really good touch amount to have on a trend line. And then we even had this 4th touch right here before eventually failing to capture resistance, which has been treating us as resistance for a long time, actually. As you can see, all the way back here in September 2021, we hit this top, then we came down, we tried to hit it again, we got rejected, came back down, hit it, came back down, hit it, came back down, hit it again, came back down. The more and more we touch something, or the more and more that we bang on a door, right now being resistance right around $44, the more likely we are to break that. And if you guys are taking a really good macro approach and looking at the chart, you can see that we are still just basically hanging around this upper level of resistance right now, which is still a good thing. Even though we're coming back down right now, the entire markets are red. If you take a zoomed out approach and look at the charts on a macro time frame, or with the macro glasses on your face, you can see that we're still, just take this dotted line right here on TradingView. Again, I use this as a visual because visuals are a lot more they're a lot more powerful for a lot of people. But basically, if we just take this right here, right, and chart that out. Ooh, it's not, I always do the wrong one. If we just chart that out and move this, just move this up. This is a very small amount of people that are actually in the red right now. Unless you bought these mountain peaks right here, these tops of the mountains right here, you're still doing A-okay. You really are. I mean, when in doubt, zoom out. If you can see, price action has shown that the majority of the people that are holding Atom are in profits right now. There's just a very small amount of people that are not, and I'm not saying that you guys are not worth anything. You guys are very, very important. And I think it's only a matter of time until you're, you know, above water again, per se, and doing just fine like the rest of us. There's just a small amount of people going through the hurt right now, and that's a good thing to always kind of zoom out and look at, guys. Right now, we're just basically going sideways. That's all we've been doing for some time on the charts, basically for this amount of time right here, this box section, which is, let's see, by measuring it out, about 140 days. We've just basically been going in a range, and hey, although that's not, you know, fun and exciting, that's a-okay if you're asking me. So again, just something to think about, guys. We're doing okay long term. Let me show you guys on the charts though as well what I have short term. As you can see, currently this was our resistance line. I would like to see this. I still haven't invalidated it, especially since we failed and we have cut back down between these two wedges that we are charting here. I would like to see us pump back up into this first, which was once resistance, and then flip it into support. Hopefully, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but since we kind of did this right here, failed to capture that resistance, come back down here, failed to capture this as support, failed to capture this as support as well. And since we've come back down to where we are currently, what I'd like to see us do is kind of something like this, where we've come back down and then come back up and hopefully treat this as a level of support and bounce off of it and then make another attempt back up to $44, especially what's going to be happening in the next month or two. I've said this time and time again, all the developments that's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem are really, really bullish, really, really strong. I think, again, that's another reason why we're seeing so much positive price action with the Cosmos ecosystem recently. A lot of people are just trying to get into a position right now before EVMOS, before super fluidity happens on the Osmosis platform, before shared or interchain staking and shared security. There's just so much things that are going to be fundamentally changing the Atom token here shortly that I think just a lot of people are getting in on those positions and or trying to DCA on these dips. But I think, you know, and that's also pretty evident on how big these wicks are. Like, yeah, we're seeing a lot of selling pressure right now. I'm not going to deny that. But on the daily time frame, guys, look at the wicks on these to the downside. That's showing a lot of strength. That's showing a lot of strength. And I know, again, with what's happening in the market, as a lot of other things are showing some selling pressure also, we are going to be directly affected by that. You know, there's only so much we can do on our own. We need the market to also, in some kind of way, respond positive with us. We can't just be one small corner in the crypto space with a lot of positivity happening and try to defy the odds. You know, it's unfortunate, but that is. One day we will break away from being correlated to the stock market, to Bitcoin, to Ethereum, and to other altcoins, and we'll just do our own thing. I really do think Atom's ecosystem, or the Cosmos ecosystem, has one of the better chances for that to actually happening, for that break from it being correlated with the rest of the markets, just because, you know, of how they've done things in the past and how they're doing things right now. So yeah, I definitely do think it's only a matter of time. But again, going back to my point, looking at these wicks on the bottom of these candles, guys, just look at how massive these wicks are right here. In just the most recent days, as we've basically been going sideways right here. Look at the strength throughout all the volatility, even throughout this really good push back down here when we got to $32. There was so much strength. Look at these wicks. That's what those wicks show you guys, is real strength. And that's what we should be more focusing on, not just the micro movements within the market. Because if we do this on the 1 hour, right, and let's fix it right here. If we do this, like, yeah, it's volatile. It looks... It's very emotional to look at these charts. But again, if you just kind of look at it in a simplistic way and just go, well, from basically here to here, all we've basically been doing is going sideways. Now, if you guys are like me and you're a DGen, you're in some LP pools, that's when you want things to go sideways, right? When you're in your LP positions, when you're providing liquidity, when you're farming liquidity or yield and stuff like that, or APRs, APYs, whatever it is, you want the market to go sideways, right? The best times to be in those pools, to be taking those chances, is when the market's going sideways, because you're just raking in rewards, right? So that's something to think about. Right now, still a really good time for a lot of us in the Cosmos ecosystem that are using these DeFi plays, like, you know, these dexes like Osmosis, like soon Junoswap or whatnot. Junoswap just was recently released, and we'll talk about that here shortly. It's still a really good time to just go sideways on the market. Now, again, it's a little bit hairier and kind of sketchier to be in that sideways action because we're on the topper frame of price action. Right here would be the more ideal moments to be in those plays. But you know, again, when you're basically just going sideways in a range, that's when you want to take those positions. That's when you're going to make life-changing money, is when you're in a mini bear market or in a bear market and you're, you know, just throwing it into liquidity pools and farming those yields. So just something to think about. Not financial advice, just something to think about. Sorry for hitting my microphone. Just something to think about long-term, guys. I really do think that this is just something that we got to wait out, and I think we'll be just fine going forward. So again, right now on the shorter time frame, on the hourly, if we're looking at the charts, I would like to see us recapture these SMAs, which is this red and yellow line right here. The yellow one being the 200 SMA, the red one being the 50 SMA. And then another thing I wanted to show you guys is the DC bands right here. I always say the name wrong, but it's like the Dan Chen Ban or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to say it again because I'm going to get it wrong. But if you're taking these bands to effect on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that we're still stuck right in the middle of the bands right here. The bands are right here on the charts. And on the daily time frame, another thing to keep in mind is we're, again, just kind of on the upper tier of these bands right now. So still doing pretty well. We're still above the SMAs. And, you know, that's a good thing. And right now we're just fighting for position. We're just fighting against the rest of the market, to be honest with you. I don't think if it wasn't for the rest of the market, I'm sure that we would already be $50, $60 for Atom. But, you know, like I said, we're tightly correlated. So it is what it is. What up, Moto? From Manila. Filipino, huh? I'm Filipino. I bet you would have never guessed that. I'm also Filipino, brother. Welcome, though. I'm glad, man. Welcome. What time is it in the Philippines right now? What time is it in the Philippines? I can't even think. I was born and raised in Hawaii, so I should know this. I'm drawing a blank, though. But welcome, brother. Welcome. How are you doing? Let me know if you have any questions, if you guys want to cover anything. Today's stream is just a real quick first recap on what I see happening with Atom, where I see it going in the short to near future. If we do break down, like realistically, guys, let me share some things with you guys real quickly. Look for the bottom of these, the DC bands. Again, $28 to $30 is a really good price point. That's right around here on the charts because that just lines up really well without using anything else. Just looking at these indicators and signals right now, the bands all line up with the SMAs. It's just basically an average range between these bands, the SMAs. So that right now, just at first glance, is a really good place of support long term. If we do have a further breakdown, if we just have, you know, a really good selling pressure come on in with the rest of the market, look there for a good place to maybe possibly bounce. Short term, though, let me see here. A good evening from Manila. Pinoy Pride, yeah. Midnight now. Oh, you're up late, brother. Yeah, I'm Ilocano and Basayan. My mother's Filipino. I'm like the tallest Filipino I know or have ever met. So I'm like 6'1", 6'2", somewhere between there. I think I'm shrinking though as I get. The more older I get. But yeah, welcome, man. So yeah, that's where I'm looking, just based off the bands and what I'm seeing really easily on the daily time frame. Let me take off these bands to make it a little bit easier. If we go here and we just take off, well, let's not take that off, so let's leave that there. Let's just stay on the daily and we just go to previous resistance, which again, it was right around $45. And we come back down here to our low before we started this rally. You can see, again, it lines up quite well. Again, right? It lines up quite well. The DC bands are right around here, $28. And you can see that we're above the 0.5. And right here on the golden ratio or golden pocket is basically where you can pretty much count on getting a good bounce. So again, just somewhere between these ranges here, $32 to $29, a really good support level. I don't think that we go any further than that, especially with what I said earlier with what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem here shortly. I really think that would be a steal. I don't even think it's going to actually come down to that. I'm just saying short term, if it does, that would be where I'm going to be starting to DCA again. But yeah, let's go on into some of the other things that are actually happening in the Cosmos ecosystem, first and foremost, guys, we're going to talk about Omniflix. Omniflix Network just recently put out a tweet, which big shout outs to Omniflix. I've been a supporter of the Omniflix projects. I've been staking with them on a few of my positions. I think they are doing a great job within the space. But let's go ahead and read this over. Fix fam, the Cosmos ecosystem supported us, and it's time to express our gratitude. Flex, whatever, however you want to say it. Drop is here. 8 activities expose a user to the Omniflix network. Flix drop, which is a snapshot for some activities on the 22nd of January. So again, guys, so we're going to go ahead and just play this and have you guys see what it says. And then I'm going to explain to you guys where you should have been and where you possibly could be getting this airdrop for being where you are currently. So we're going to go ahead and play this real quick. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I think you can. So who's it for? So this is really big, guys. It's for your delegators, like people like myself. Like I said, I've been using the Omniflix platform to stake a lot of my assets, which are listed right here. If you were staking Agoric, Stargaze, Akash, Osmosis, Key, or the Key Foundation token, DVPN or Sentinel, Comdex, or Juno on any of their platforms, you're going to get some of this airdrop. So if you guys have been using any of their platforms, definitely think about it, guys. Actually, hold up. You still actually have time. Just let me, hopefully I'm getting this right. Excuse me. Actually, I should take this off. I'm not though. It's bugging me. This is going to be a snapshot that's happening on the 22nd. So it hasn't even happened yet. So think about delegating to Omniflix if you have any of these tokens, guys, and you guys will be getting some flix. Let's go on. Free money, guys. Free money. For node hosts that validated. And so here is the interesting thing. So people who partook on the campaign that they had on their platform. Let me see if I actually, yeah, I do have it up. So this was their Omniflix student. Now, if you guys don't know what Omniflix is, let me really quickly double back and let you guys know what Omniflix is. Omniflix is a peer-to-peer platform for content creators. And artists, I should say, of all kinds, guys, whether you be a music artist, whether you be a little traditional artist with your drawings or NFTs. It's a peer-to-peer network for social media content creators and artists. And it's really, it's a forward-thinking idea. I really do think platforms like this, not to go into another tangent, and things like social media tokens are going to be a really phenomenal thing here going forward. You know, once you can take out the centralization or that middleman that's always trying to take from people who are just trying to make a living, you know, in the days that we are in right now online, when you can just kind of give them more incentive, give the artist, give the content creator more freedom to do their things without taking so much for them. I think the more and more people realize that there's those options out there, you know, especially for like you music artists and stuff like that. Like we know companies that, you know, record companies and, you know, and platforms that play, they all want a cut of your, so you basically get pennies for your talents. But things like this, like Omniflix, which are trying to provide that kind of space, they're going to do really well going forward. And that's, again, going to be happening here shortly with their whole platform being released and Flix being released to everybody via Airdrop. But going back again, sorry, I had to explain to you guys if you guys didn't know what Omniflix was. Going back again to the airdrop in itself, if you guys partook in just testing out their studio here, they had a campaign here where they gave you test tokens to use. It was really fun. It was very fluid. I did it a while ago when it first came out because I was very interested in the platform. So I completed this a long time ago. I did everything. It was really easy. It took like no time at all to understand it and learn it myself. I didn't ask anybody for help. And I was, you know, I'll be honest with you, I consider myself to be pretty when it comes to these kind of technical things. But I even myself was very easily able to do all of this stuff. So I did everything that was on the campaign. I claimed my tokens. I created a collection of NFTs. I minted my NFTs, listed 2 of them on their marketplace, and I'll go over real quickly what that looked like. I bought 2 NFTs on their marketplace, and I transferred NFTs to another wallet. It was really easy. I did all of this in a day. It was really easy, guys. Really cool. But this is what the asset library looks like now. It is still in test. You know, it's definitely not fully released yet, so it's kind of laggy sometimes. But as you guys can see here, this is my NFTs. I don't know why it's not showing it. Hopefully it'll show it here. Let me refresh it. Let me see here. So this is one of them, right? Wasgminton. I can never say that right. Somebody made this NFT, and I snatched it up. So I get to keep that. It's a cool little NFT. That was really, really cool. And there was a Goku Cosmo NFT. I wish that was showing because I thought that was a pretty cool one. Again, still new, still working out their kinks. I'm sure it was working perfectly. You just got to trust me. It was working perfectly while I was doing this. A-Rock, what's up, my friend? What's going on? That's my old buddy right there. What's up, buddy? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've been doing good. But yeah, as you guys can see here, this is the Goku Cosmos NFT that I bought as well. I thought that was pretty cool. I actually want to use that on some of my tweets and some of my posts and stuff like that. I thought that was a really cool one. And then I bought a couple of other ones, which for whatever reason, there's just lagging. I really wish I could just show it to you guys because it would be so much cooler, but it's not. It's not. Come on. What's my collections? And then I made a collection as well. So we'll see if this actually, it was a pretty, again, I'm not technical savvy or anything like that. It was a pretty easy collection to make. I just kind of like use existing vectors and threw on logos on it. So I was just trying to make something. But it's not showing it to me, which, I wish it was. Show it to me. Come on. I want to show everybody my beautiful little asset. No? Don't want to do that? Fine. Fine. Just making me mad. Ugh. All right. Well, well, there it is. There it is. That's my cosmic ape. I made a cosmic ape. Bada bing, bada boom. It's beautiful. Don't lie. You guys know you guys all love it. You guys all love it. You guys want to buy a cosmic ape. I know you do. Maybe I'll make one. But yeah, so my apes are super, super strong. Hill Bill, what's up, man? I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. We're kind of just winging it today, just talking about a little bit of everything. So let me know if you guys have any questions at all about the Cosmos ecosystem, what's happening within it. Right now, we're covering the airdrop that's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem for Flix, Omniflix. This is one of them. We're just going over the studio. So this was one of the campaigns that if you partook in it, you were going to be getting a little extra with the airdrop as well. So I know I kind of went down a rabbit hole. I was trying to show you guys a little bit of my stuff that I did there. But the whole point of me showing this to you guys was this was the studio that they had for you to do your campaign on. So again, if you partook in the campaign, you'll get a little bit more of the airdrop. Going on further. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. And for users who used StreamPay, so that was another part in the studio, which I'll get to in just a little bit. I didn't use that. And then, of course, for Atom stakers, for everybody who's been staking Atom, good news for you guys. You guys are going to be getting it. And then Osmosis LPers. So big on some select pools. So obviously, if you're using some select pools and then ion holders. So a lot of you guys are going to be getting quite a bit, guys. So that's some good news for anybody that's been using the Osmosis platform, anybody that's been using it for LPing. Again, guys, you can still, if I'm reading this right, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what it looks like. The snapshot is going to be took on the 22nd. It's not the 22nd yet. You still have time to provide some liquidity on, we don't know what pools, but I can only assume that the Atom Osmos pool would be one of them. Then again, also probably the Juno pool, right? The Juno pool. And the reason why I'm making these assumptions, this isn't alpha or anything like that, guys, but I'm just making an assumption. It's probably any one of these pools in Osmosis. So maybe spread it out a little bit or get into the pool that you like the most. Stargaze is giving out some amazing rewards right now. So guys, think about that going forward. You guys could get yourself some Flix. That's some really, really good news. That's free money, guys. Free money is always good. I'm very, very bullish for Omniflix going forward and just what they're trying to do, guys. So again, they're not just a protocol or platform that's trying to do peer-to-peer social media. They're also an active validator set. Like obviously, so they host nodes for all of these guys. Shout outs to Omniflix, guys. I would love to have the Omniflix team on my channel someday just to interview them, and kind of shoot some questions at them and just kind of see what their ideas are going forward, where they're at, and how they're seeing everything right now within the Cosmos ecosystem. I really do think that's one of those that you guys should not ignore. Don't ignore Omniflix. Drop them a like. Follow them on social media, guys. Here it is on Twitter, definitely do yourself a favor, get connected with them. But yeah, that's what's happening with Omniflix going forward, guys. Super, super bullish. What are some of the other things actually happening right now in the Cosmos ecosystem? Let's go ahead and take a look at Osmosis, guys. What's happening with the pools right now? Pool 1 still at 110% APR. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Who's in Pool 1? Dreading tomorrow. Oh, you're 50. You're 50 tomorrow. You old ass. You old ass man. You're so old, dude. You're so old, A-Rock. So old. Hey, A-Rock, don't forget. I know you probably, hopefully you are subbed. If you sub, guys, I'm just going to say it right now. If you guys sub to the channel, you guys are actually entering a giveaway where you could possibly win yourself a 50-inch flat screen TV and or an MSI 2060 GPU once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do everybody a favor. Subscribe. Look, I'll ship it to you no matter where you are. Just subscribe. Be supportive. Be a good person. It don't cost you nothing. Tell your auntie, tell your mama, tell your brother, tell anybody in your house, make a YouTube account. Come subscribe. The more people that you have subscribed in your house, the more chances you have to win. 1 in 1,000. I mean, the odds are in your favor. All you can go, look, I'm not saying do it. I'm not saying do it, but you could go make as many accounts as you want. No, I'm just joking. Don't do that. I'm like, look, I'm not trying to game this. I'm just saying you could just do whatever you want to do. I'm one of the first subs. I figured you were, but yeah, Pool 1 doing really, really great. Ion Pool, 47%. For all you Ion holders, guys, Ion doing phenomenal things right now. Let's take a look at everything right now. So Osmosis, or the Osmo token, still at $9.55, holding strong, guys, holding strong. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Doing well, still doing well. Long-term mindset, right? Don't forget about the tokenomics and the possibilities that Osmos has, guys. Literally can turn into anything. Literally smart contract capable. So think about it. Think about it long term. Why is this lagging so much? There you go. Still above previous highs. Doing A-okay, guys. I actually think that if we were to come down here to $8.78, you guys would be crazy not to start DCAing. I am definitely going to start DCAing. What's up, Red? What's up, Jacob? Guys, a lot of these guys are actually in... yes, my giveaway is worldwide. Worldwide. What is that, Step Brothers? What was their name of their band? Gosh, I can't remember. One of my favorite things. Prestige worldwide. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. As long as you have a shippable address, if you're one of the lucky winners, I'm going to pull 2 winners when we hit 1,000 subscriptions here on YouTube. And one of y'all will get a 50-inch flat screen TV, and another one of you guys are going to get a MSI 2060 GPU absolutely free, guys. Nothing at all wrong with them. I have about 20 to 30 graphics cards that I've been mining Ethereum with for some time now, and rather than resell those on the market, I'd rather just give them away to people who maybe might want them or could use them to upgrade their system. I know GPUs are hard to come by still, even now. So yeah, I'd rather just kind of give back to the people who've been supporting me. Doesn't matter where you're at. Just trying to give back to the community, trying to give back to the Cosmos ecosystem, my fellow cosmonauts. But yeah, guys, I think this is where you need to look for as far as a DCA. It's about $8.72 if it presents itself to you guys. That's just where we saw previous resistance and a lot of support. So again, look for price action to test previous resistance going forward. That's always a good place to look for a bounce. If you go into some other tokens, if we go to Juno right now, guys, Juno holding strong, $17.54. Don't sleep on Juno. I've made previous videos. It's in my playlist. It's look, if you guys want to know, this is not financial advice, but I'm telling you right now, if you could have bought Ethereum when it was $17, you would do it all day, every day, knowing what you know right now, even throughout the price dump. I'm telling you right now, go back and watch my Juno video and why I think you guys should maybe consider getting yourself some. It's in my playlist. You will not be disappointed, at least in my humble opinion, long term. Now, this isn't something that I want you to flip really, really quickly. This is something I want you to think about as an investment long term. There's a lot of bullish things when it comes to Juno and its capabilities and how it was distributed to everybody in who has Juno right now. So definitely do yourself a favor. Go back and watch it, guys. Right now, we're still doing A-okay. A-okay. If we go to the 1 month, actually, let's go to the 7 day. Let's go to the 7 day. So right about here, this is where on the zone right here, this is where I'm thinking about maybe DCAing. And if it gives me that opportunity, I will buy quite a bit more. I'll start DCAing right about here all the way down to here, which is $15. I don't think it's necessarily, even throughout anything that's happening in the market, I don't necessarily think it's going to present itself to me. But if it does, I will consider buying a butt ton more. I promise you. I'll be making well moves with Juno at least. When you see Juno move in the future, 5 years from now, that's me. Wink, wink. I couldn't wink right now because I felt like I was going to blink, blink, but wink, wink. Yeah. Pinoys unite. Guys, don't tell me all of my fellow Filipinos coming in. I love it, man. Welcome to the stream. Kobe Tan, welcome to the stream. Let's go on over to the next token that I'm bullish on in Osmosis or in the IBC gang. That is Comdex. I love Comdex, guys. I think Comdex is a really, really interesting, good protocol or project. I think what they're trying to do is like really going to catch a lot of momentum here in the future. Take a look at the 7-day. Actually, we're at a good place right now to possibly think about DCAing. We're at a really good place right now. This isn't financial advice. We're at a really good place right now to possibly think about DCAing, guys. I'm just being very, very honest with you guys. This was previous lows basically right now. We've cut below it right now. We're testing to see if we can flip previous support again into support currently, or if it's going to reject us and we'll dip down further. If it does give it to us now, with the market conditions being what it is right now, I'm going to be with CMDX. I'm going to be a little bit more patient with it. If it presents itself to me, a little bit lower, I might, try to look for somewhere around $3.26 to the top of that, which was once support and resistance right around here previously. Again, which wasn't that long ago. It was back in December, or the later part of December 27th. That's when we found ourselves kind of ranging right here. So this is where the next level of my big DCA bag will start being loaded up on. Again, not financial advice, just letting you guys know. We started there, had a good rally, but with every pump, there's a dump. And with any initial listing on any exchange, you can always expect a pretty good sell-off from early investors or early allocations. And then it went sideways for a good time. And then we caught this portion on the charts. That's where I'm focused on for a good level of support going forward. That's what I'm suggesting you guys do also for Comdex. Let's go on over for the next one. What's up, Noah? Driving and listening. As long as it's like an audiobook, I don't want you guys looking at your phones though while you're driving. As much as I would like your view, Noah or Blue, definitely don't look at your phone. But my sexy voice is like the sexy radio host, right, on the late night show. We're going to play this next track for you lonely lovers out there. I don't know how you could be a lonely lover. Actually, you lonely lovebirds out there. I guess, whatever. I would be a horrible radio host. But anyway, I appreciate next one I'm super bullish on, guys, is Secret Network has been actually. Let's go and take a look, guys. Look, I made some comments to my mates in the Discord. By the way, if you guys want to get involved with a Discord full of like-minded individuals, positive individuals who are all trying to make money, who are non-toxic, who are just trying to, spread the information of what's happening, especially in the Cosmos ecosystem and other sectors of crypto. We're not just, maxis, even though I think I'm turning myself into a Cosmos maxi, unbeknownst to myself. I will admit, I feel like I'm becoming one. But we do have quite a bit of people who are very, very well-versed with knowledge and trading and just everything that's happening within these spaces, guys. If you guys would want to be involved with the Discord of like-minded individuals, we're not trying to shill anything to you, just trying to give you guys a space where you could be you, share ideas, get feedback, ask questions, or just grow as a person and an investor or trader. Definitely consider clicking that link down below, Block 10. If you guys can't use that link for whatever reason, it doesn't work, send me a message. I'll send you a personal invite myself. I'm always trying to grow along with everybody else, guys. It's all about growth and sharing the wealth with everybody else, whether it be knowledge or insight, whatever it may be. I'm totally welcoming you guys to join along. But yeah, Secret Network, going back to it, guys, look how it's just been ignoring everything. Like right now, it's down it's actually down just 4.9%, but that's nothing on the daily time frame. It's not even affecting the candle right now. Nothing. We do have a Market Cipher B though. We do show ourselves finally kind of flattening out with the RSIs, getting that mountain top right here with that red dot. So expect us to maybe start coming back down. But check this out with the momentum waves. These waves right here, this red wave being negative money flow on the daily time frame. We're still obviously in the red on this bar and the red on the momentum waves. But look at Market Cipher Cipher be? Even throughout the negative money flow, we've been pumping upwards. Insane, right? Insane. You would expect with negative money flow that we would be coming back down, but the market's just saying, People are interested in what Secret is trying to provide. Guys, definitely do your homework on Secret. I can't ever say it together slowly, or for any kind of way with that matter. But take a look at it. I think it's a super bullish project going forward. Long term, guys, let's zoom out on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, if it will just work with me here, you can see that we've basically just created a humongous cup. We've basically just created a humongous cup. And what we're doing short term right now is just creating another humongous cup. I'm waiting for the handle. I'm waiting for the handle. That's all I'm waiting for right now, though. Be patient. Don't front run the market. Let the market tell you what it wants to do. And then it's your job to see the signals and signs and react to what you're seeing. I can't tell you guys what to do. I'm just letting you guys know it's beneficial to be a little bit patient in this game. Akash Network, even though it's been taking a hit, admittingly, it's been taking a hit. Let's move on over to Akash on the charts right here. Still doing really, really well in the short term. And what I'm talking about is from December 18th to where it's at right now. We found ourselves rallying. It's trying to hold in its position, which was once going, I guess you could call this previous support right here and or resistance. Flipped again into support. Hopefully it holds up going forward. A little bit too early to tell. As you guys can see, though, we have price action right around here as support. Hopefully it gets a little bit more momentum back to the upside. If the rest of the market can agree with us and stop being stupid, I think Akash was trying to do a really, really good push to the upside. A little bit too early to tell. Maybe you get back into a good position down here if it falls and fails below the 200 SMA right here. Maybe you can, or I'm sorry, the 50 SMA right here. Maybe you can get back in on Akash right around $1.84. I'm being patient with that. I'm still looking at the SMA as a good level to start my DCA. But then again, right here would be where I really get serious with DCAing on Akash. We go on into the next one. Boom, boom, boom. Stargaze. Super bullish on Stargaze. Super bullish on Stargaze. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you about this chart, guys. This looks amazing. This looks amazing. Look at this momentum that it had over the past couple of days. Over the past 7 days, just bing, 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 bing. With every pump, there is a dump, though. And with every dump, there is a pump. Right now, it's just kind of going sideways. It's trying to establish itself on the charts right now. To be honest with you, it's been so volatile and it's been so so quick to pick up momentum. It's kind of hard right now where to say to or suggest or to give a suggestion on where to maybe pick up stars, or start loading up. I would say right around here would be an ideal place to possibly load up. And then of course, because if you just look at this chart right here, you can see that when we got that big volume spike right here, big buy happen all of a sudden, it was literally right now at this price. And then we saw what happened. It just blasted up. It went from right around 41 cents all the way up to topping out right shy of 62 cents. So again, where we found previous support, a good level of support and momentum is maybe another good sign or signal or place to start your DCA process. Not financial advice, just something to think about. Look at previous price action on the charts. It's really simple. You keep it simple and you just look at previous price action and patterns of what it's previously done and where it's found support is always a good place to maybe get an idea of what you should be doing if you're bullish on the project. So I'm super bullish actually on Stargaze. I think this project has humongous potential going forward. I don't know who Monkey Bill is on my Epic game, so no, I'm not going to befriend you. I don't even play Epic. I need to take that off. What video games you guys like? Tarkov or nothing. Anyway, I'm just joking. I don't play it very much anymore. But if we dip down further, guys, look at right here, which was previous resistance right here, which is right around 37 cents. And then obviously where we dipped down to before finding a floor, which is right around 32 cents. That's where I would be loading up. And then if it gave you anywhere, if you were lucky enough anywhere at any time to get this again, which is 29 or 28 cents, can you consider yourself blessed? And I am going to be loading up right around that zone. So let's go on over to Bitsong. I would also like to have somebody from Stars, Bitsong. You know what? Honestly, I'm just going to call it out right now. Look, If any of you guys see this, which you guys might not because I'm a smaller channel, but if any of you guys from the Juno team, Comdex, Secret, Akash, Stargaze, Bitsong, and a few others on this list, if you guys are out there, I would love to have you guys on the channel. I would like to get more and more devs, more and more validators, more and more people who are actively working in the space. I would love to have you guys on and talk about your guys' projects going forward. Bitsong, again, one of them that I'm very interested in, I'm watching, but has been getting beat up on the charts. Let's take a look at it right now. It's trading for 43 cents. I think its idea is very, very intriguing, but it has a lot of things first working for it and a lot of things at the same time working against it. Right now, I would be patient with Bitsong. Really, really patient with Bitsong. You can see the volume is actually kind of low. Its total liquidity is relatively small, so it doesn't take much for it to be moved to the upside or downside. But right now we are seeing a lot of resistance, even though recently we saw a good pump from about right here, which was 42 cents up to about 44, but it is getting rejected. So kind of be patient on that. I don't even know because we're still finding where that floor is right now. It's still a little bit early to tell. I don't know where that floor is just yet. So with Bitsong, watch it. Just watch it. If you were airdropped it, I mean, right now, I definitely wouldn't sell. Why are you selling the floor? I would just definitely stake and hold on if you're capable, or if you're able, or if that's in your wheelhouse or a thought. Like I would definitely just do that right now. Definitely don't want to sell. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for Bitsong. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing right now, guys. We can actually do this on the regular chart. The Crow token is really, really interesting, actually. Let's take a look on this chart right here. So Crow's been getting hammered. But Crow is also still in the Cosmos ecosystem, obviously being built on the Cosmos SDK or with the Cosmos SDK. I honestly do think that long-term, Crow is a good coin to have, or token, protocol to have. One, you can stake it, you can get rewards, especially if you're a card holder and you use the platform. There's a lot of benefits for it. I think they've been making massive moves in the last year. I think they still plan on making massive partnerships and massive moves going forward. They have a lot of possibilities for not just their platform, but for the Crow token as well. I think still be patient. I would look for right around this range to be the beginning of my DCA if you're not already in the position to maybe reinforce your bags right around 33 cents to about, its previous resistance, which was 39. And then maybe look at right around here, which was the recent top before finding ourselves coming back down 24. And then obviously anywhere down here would be a super big blessing. I don't think that's going to happen. I think a lot of people got in on that recent rally that it had and are going to be just holding it for the long term. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for Crow. Crow is good. I heard they bought Laker Stadium. Yeah. What's going on though, Ralph? They've made a lot of acquisitions. They've made a lot of partnerships. They have a lot, not just, purchases in property themselves, but their partnerships are just through the roof with celebrities and people coming on board on their board, actually, promoting them. So again, I think eventually, honestly, with the comparison between centralized platforms, especially for the people in the States, you either have Coinbase and you have Crypto.com. Personally, I've used a lot of Coinbase Pro. They're beneficial to people that just want the easy access and it's scale of an exchange and all the security features that they have with their as big as they are. So there's that, but I think long term, I'm just going to say it now. I think Crypto.com will soon evolve past Coinbase. I really do think so. I really do think they have the ability to learn from Coinbase's mistakes and outgrow them long term. Coinbase needs to start making some major moves and partnerships and purchases in order to capture the attention that Coinbase recently had. So yeah. Yep. What's up? Sergey, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining. Yep. I can't say that right. It's like me saying, Oh, what was that saying in gaming? I can never say yeet. I never said yeet right until like my 7-year-old son was like, Dad, what the hell are you saying? I was like, yeah, yeah. But yeah, guys, do you guys have any other questions about what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem with especially the DEXs right now? There's a lot of things actually happening here shortly in the Cosmos ecosystem, guys. If you guys don't know, we have Junoswap news. Actually, let's take a look at Junoswap, guys. Junoswap. So, guys, some really, really bullish things happening for Junoswap, guys. If you guys have not already started thinking about maybe possibly getting in on the Junoswap DEX, think about it. Not financial advice, but let me show you guys what they have coming up here shortly, guys. Take a look at this. Already just been being released not too long ago, a couple of days ago. They already have quite a bit of pairings right now, and then they have secret coming soon, region, CMDX, raw, which is going to be kind of like what Osmo is to Osmosis, happening soon. They have EVM and Crow also being listed there shortly as well. And then also, if you guys do stake your Juno, be sure to go over there and vote on the governance. Vote on, guys, again, with Neta coming out here shortly in the beginning of next month. If you guys would have voted for all of the governance happening on the Juno platform, you would have got 5 extra Neta. And you guys saw what Ion did in Osmosis. Think about partaking in governance. Be active in the community, in your ecosystem, and you could be rewarded. That is financial advice. I will tell you guys that. That's not financial. That's a friend telling another friend in the Cosmos ecosystem, cosmonaut to cosmonaut. Really, guys, take the time. Check what's happening with your positions, with the things that you hold, and especially if they have DAOs and governance to partake in, play a part in it. Your vote is valuable. Just like in real life, your vote is valuable. You know, make sure you do that. Hua Wolf, yeah, you suspect that you actually have a bunch of Hua. Any news on Passage? Very excited about. I'm super excited about them too. Actually, I'll show you guys. I actually got myself some of the NFTs when they had their auction. Super excited about Passage. They actually have a bunch of tweets that they just released. So we'll cover that here in a second as well. But yeah. So Raw will be the native asset of the Interchain DEX alongside with Juno. It does. There's been a lot of talks, and I'll just go ahead and say this as well. I kind of agree with the discussions in the Discord groups and the social media platforms. There's been a lot of people asking, like, you know, what's the purpose of Juno then? If Raw is going to be, you know, the native asset on the DEX, what's Juno? You know, obviously Juno is a smart contract capable protocol. It could be a number of things. It could evolve into a number of things, right? It's the underlying protocol to the DEX. Raw, I think, you know, the way I simplified it in my head, because I like to keep things simple. Raw, I'm just looking at exactly like it's the protocol or the underlying native asset to the DEX that is going to be used for rewards, for incentivized rewards. That's all it is. That's all it is. So that's how I'm looking at it. Kava, yeah, Kava IBC today. That's right. We're getting so much bullish things. It's a full-time job to be in Cosmos. It's a full-time job. You should know how to say yeet. Yeah, I know. Well, yet. No, I just yet. What are you saying? It's yeet, dummy. Cosmos is going to yeet the entire crypto space. But yeah, Kava busting out the gates today. Today, guys, there's just so much stuff. And it's so hard for me not to go down rabbit holes when other people, like, I'm like, ooh, Shiny, you talked about Kava. Ooh, you talked about, ooh, you talked about Passage. Passage is definitely bullish too, though. But yeah, let's go ahead and before I go into that rabbit hole, let's actually bring up the Junoswap DEX, actually. The DEX. Junoswap.com. Now, I don't have very much liquidity. I'm going to show you guys. I'm sorry this is so bright. I wish dark mode was here. But I'm going to show you guys just, you know, because it's not very much liquidity in here as it is. I just wanted to make a couple swaps just to make sure, again, when things come out, guys, I interact with it because you never know. You could be rewarded for being active in the ecosystem, guys. So I came in here, immediately made a couple swaps, tried to see what it was all about. I wanted to make a review of it. Really, guys, from the launch, it was very, very easy for me to use. Obviously, I'm a big, long-time user of Osmosis, so I found this very fluid. If you've already used Osmosis, it's going to be basically the same thing. But yeah, it was very, very fluid, other than the white screen, which is just so hard. I'll try not to stick here very, very long, guys. But it was very, very easy to use. Made a couple of swaps right now. Bada bing, bada boom. Got in, put my positions out there. And now I'm just waiting on governance. They just recently put a proposal out there for anybody that's staking their Juno. Go to your delegators or wherever platform you're using. I'm using Omniflix. Again, guys, check them out. Omniflix doing amazing things in the space as well for everybody. But I've been using them as a platform to delegate with. So I voted on everything. And I hopefully this will pass here shortly, and we'll start seeing incentives being dropped on these pools. But as you guys can see, we already have quite a bit of pools, guys. Look at this. In lickety split no time, we already got quite a bit of pools. Pretty much the same pools that you're finding in Osmosis are going to be ported on over here. IBC, right? The power of IBC. Really, really easy to do. I see this as more of a liquidity. I'm going to be very honest. Again, guys, this is where I want to have devs and people who are actually involved in these dexes and stuff like that on the show, so we can actually have some of the members also in Block 10 and myself kind of ask questions, not critique, but just ask honest questions about, where they're going, what their mindset was, what their intent was with some of these dexes and what some of these plays. To me, when I look at Junoswap and when I look at Osmosis, for me, this is a really, really big benefit for a lot of these protocols already in the space, right? Because they're just able to actually tap in to liquidity by providing some short-term incentive rewards, whether it be very, very big in our eyes. For them, they have these allocated community pools in their protocols to provide these incentives, right? So it's a liquidity grab, to be very upfront and honest, for a lot of these protocols in the space, which is great for them. It allows them to grow. But I honestly am still kind of confused. Well, yeah, we'll get that. I'm still kind of confused as to the play between Junoswap and Osmosis. I don't want to say I get it and put out my thoughts of why I think I get it, because I do think I'm still a little confused and I might misspeak. So I don't want to, look like an ass and tell you guys why I think I might understand what the difference is. But I would love to have, I would love to have Sunny. I would love to have anybody from Osmosis. I would love to have anybody from the Junoswap team. I know Core One on the Discord is very, very involved with the Discord. I would love to have one of you guys on here and just kind of, get your guys' mindsets as well. Let the communities know as well, what you guys are thinking, because I think there's a lot of confusion in that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below as well. Let me know what you guys think, honestly. What do you guys think is the purpose, other than the liquidity play, which is good for growth for all of these guys, right? Juno included, from having multiple dexes in the space. What do you guys think? Going back to surprised Ion isn't listed. Well, I thought about that, but at the same time, so with the governance that just passed with the Ion proposal or whatnot, let's go back here and go to vote here. This was the most recent governance, right? Or one of the most recent governance for Osmosis. Where was it? The Ion DAO Treasury, right? Like with this one happening just recently, like that actually opens the door. And I will say, I don't hold Ion. A lot of my friends do in the Discord. And I want best for everybody. For the entire space, that's what I want. I want what's best for everybody. As far as a Osmo long-term holder and investor, I did see the risk. I saw the back and forth that people were having in the community about the two, and I saw the conversations and I understood both sides. I get it. I could say that it was taking away the strength of Osmosis and Osmo in itself. But then again, like Sunny said in his tweet, by doing so and passing it, it shows a lot of growth being capable on the Osmosis platform, in the Osmosis ecosystem, and in the Cosmos ecosystem, for that matter. It shows a lot of growth being possibly there to be had, and that's a good thing, right? Growth is a good thing. Sometimes you might have to wait. So but I saw it as a good thing. And with that being said, going back to talking about seeing Ion being listed on Juno, it was more of an Osmos direct kind of thing, even though it was, more of a, I want to say mistake. It wasn't intended, but it was more of a specific Osmo kind of development thing that happened anyway. Much like Neta is going to be listed in Junoswap. So I think Neta has a place there more than Ion does in the Junoswap decks, and Ion has more of space in Osmosis. So, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Again, I just wanted to kind of address because there was a lot of back and forth and negative feelings in the conversations out there. What's up with clawback? With the ion clawback or with the osmosis clawback that they had? I think clawbacks are great. I think, look, it's on you to claim these damn things, people. It's on you to claim them. Claw it back. Claw it back, put it to good use. That's what I'm all about. If you guys aren't, let me know. Like, honestly, too, I'm always open minded. I want to know why other people are not, maybe cool with that or whatnot. But yeah, that's basically what I got for now. Unless anybody else has any other questions, I'm actually going to do a deep dive, specific regular video, not a live video, on Omniflix. We're going to talk about why I like Omniflix, why I think they're doing some great things here in my next video that I put out. Guys, I'm going to remind you guys again, if you guys haven't already, please do me a huge favor. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. It does definitely help me grow. It helps the entire Cosmos ecosystem get exposure. The more that we spread the word of what's happening in the Cosmos ecosystem, the more that we grow. Again, guys, growth is what we're trying to look for in all aspects of the game. So if you guys would do me a favor, do yourself a favor, do the Cosmos ecosystem a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You will also be entered into your chance of winning a 50-inch flat screen TV or an MSI 2060 GPU once we hit 1,000 subscribers anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you're one of those lucky winners, guys, I promise you I'll ship it to you absolutely free as long as you have a shippable address. I wholeheartedly appreciate you guys sticking with me and listening to my rant. I really enjoy these live streams. I promise you guys the next live stream that we have, I'm going to be pulling hopefully some of the guys in the Discord group because I know it gets exhausting just listening to me rant sometimes. But I'd like to pull some of the guys from my Discord group into the mix and, let them explain some of their thoughts to some of the people that may be coming into the live streams and asking questions as well, because they are loaded with great information, great insight, great opinions about what's happening and what we're facing in the crypto space, not just Cosmos, but again, guys, I think they're very, very valuable as well. So there's been like 100 proposals on Osmosis, and yeah, well, that's good though, right? That means the community is doing their thing. IBC gang. Yeah, guys. So again, guys, with that being said, like the video, subscribe to the channel, consider joining the Discord. If the links don't work, message me. I will send you a direct link and invite you guys there. I will get the links working if they're not working right now. But yeah, I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. Stay tuned for the next